Gotta check my teeth here. So the light's gonna be constantly changing because natural light. I'm just giving you a little warning. Today I'm gonna be doing a response video. Now, this type of video isn't something that I want to start, making a habit of. I don't really like response videos. I feel like response videos are basically just the person judging the other person and then kind of just giving 2 cents when it's not really needed. But I feel like this topic is so important to talk about because I feel like we as girls all go through this in some sort of way. The media always tries to make us feel like we're not enough. People in our world try to make us feel like we're not enough. There's a lot of variables out there that hurt our confidence and hurt our self-esteem, and sometimes it's to the point where you start to lose a little bit of yourself. So I'm pretty much responding to Simplynessa'S. This video I'm not making for views. I'm not making to exploit you. I'm really just responding to you. Her video is titled Real Talk: My Insecurities and Eating Disorder. It basically is a timeline of her being insecure about certain parts of her body and parts of herself, and then it goes to kind of halfway towards the end of the video, talks about having an eating disorder and being vegan for a short while and then going off of the vegan lifestyle. I don't want to like give you a play-by-play of what happened in the video, so if you guys want to go check out that video, I'll link it down in the description. So when I moved to LA, I was also 19, and I moved to LA from the Bay Area. I lived in San Francisco for a little bit, and then I moved to LA after my plans of moving to New York kind of fell through. I moved to LA pretty much not knowing anybody. I pretty much knew one person. She was a childhood friend of mine. I kind of just banked on the idea of moving down there and just starting with one friend and being able to branch off and make new friends, if that makes sense. I kind of overestimated my confidence level when it came to living by myself in an apartment or in a studio completely alone. I was just kind of like romanticizing the idea of living alone and being super independent right off the bat. So after maybe like a couple of weeks, things started to go really downhill. I just remembered how lonely I was. I was so lonely. I remember I'd wake up and it would be completely silent around me. I lived in a studio, so pretty much everything that I owned and everything that I had was all crammed into one space, one room, just feeling so depressed, feeling so like forgotten, feeling so just empty, just sad, and almost angry. I was just always by myself. I was so deep into my thoughts. I just was completely on my own, and I had no idea what to do with myself. I would just call my mom and I'd be so sad. I'd be like crying to her on the phone, and my mom would be like, go on a run, go to the gym, go to the library, make use of your time and work on yourself. On top of feeling lonely and feeling so depressed, I was also dealing with the first signs of an eating disorder as well. My first year in LA was a lot of therapy sessions. I was dealing with full-on binge eating disorder. I would just eat every day, just gorge myself with food and just numb myself because I was so depressed. I'm sure you know, Vanessa, how amazing LA is with Grubhub, Postmates, Uber Eats, where you could literally have food delivered to your door and you don't have to go out, you don't have to socialize, you don't have to do anything. Me, taking advantage of that for a long time, I would order Postmates and I would have like meals that were able to feed like 5-6 people. I would just order all of this stuff and bring it to me. One time I got Postmates and I delivered myself 4 pies. I'm not talking like little kid-sized pies. I'm talking about 4 giant-sized pies delivered to me, and I just sat in my bed and ate all of it. I would do that over and over and over again. Also, I want to clarify, I was not vegan at this time. When I would order food for delivery, it would just be like really rich, decadent, just really, really saturated foods that would make me feel like I was high. Another thing that was really bad is during the day. So when I would order food for delivery, I would eat it all at night. Like late afternoon going into the night, and really late, almost, you know, like 2, 3 in the morning, I would just be eating and eating. During the day, when I would have impulses to binge, I would have bags of chips, I would have loaves of bread, I would have cookies, I would have Oreos. Right when I noticed that I would be binging on these foods, I would literally take a bottle of Windex or a bottle of Clorox or whatever spray I had underneath my sink, and I would spray the bag. I would spray the bag of chips, I would spray the bag of cookies, I would spray the box of whatever I had, so I could literally not eat it. I did this so I literally had no choice but to throw it away. This was the only way I would be able to get myself to stop binging. And it was so sad. I talked about this before in another video, I'll link it down below, but I was talking about how just because you're vegan doesn't really mean that you solve all of your problems, all your internalized issues, and all of the things that you were battling with before you went vegan. I'm saying that veganism just was a huge step in the right direction to become the person that I am now. I want to clarify this over and over again, just so I don't get people in the comments saying that I'm telling you to go vegan, and I don't want you to think that I'm like trying to force you to go vegan. I'm just kind of thinking about this from my perspective, and just from one person to another that has experienced a lot of things that you also experienced. I'm trying to figure out a way to say this without sounding like I'm a stalker. These are just things that you've said over and over again in your videos, that you live closer to the Grove. I'm literally getting red because I don't want to sound or come off as a stalker. I live in Hollywood. I know you live close by. It's one of those things where we could totally meet up, we could hang out. I want to help you. I want to help you so bad. I feel like veganism was a good step for you in the beginning. I think you just didn't know how to continue the lifestyle, and you were lacking resources and maybe people. So it's really nice to have vegan friends. It's really nice to have like a community, or at least one person that you can relate to. I would love to help you. There is a way to be vegan and to also succeed at it. You know, I feel like so many people start veganism for reasons like they want to lose weight, or they want to be healthier, and they want to do this and they want to do that. And because they don't see results right away, they just drop everything and they say, oh, like I don't have the motivation to, I don't want a meal plan, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But it's like, this is one major thing. I do not meal plan. Like, that is not something that I've ever done, that I don't plan on doing. I don't have the motivation to do that, but that's because you don't have to do that. You don't have to constantly think about food like that in that sense. I've never done that, and you don't have to do that either. If you need help in that department, I am your girl. Like, trust me, I will help you. Veganism is supposed to be really fun and enjoyable, and you're supposed to learn a lot and just have fun with it, you know? It is all about intent, not perfection. It's about the intention of wanting to try it, and to want to do that for yourself, and to push yourself and to make that happen for yourself. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to, you know, label yourself as a vegan. You don't even have to call yourself a vegan. It's just the intent of wanting to push yourself to become the best possible version of yourself. We live in a world full of instant gratification. We live in a world where people want results now. They want, you know, they see something, they see what they want, they have goals, but the goals are so short-lived because we want it now. We want it instantly. We want it right this very second. You know, we want to order it online. We want to take a diet pill. We want to do this. We want to do that. We want to cut corners. One of the things that stuck out to me the most in your video was you said you tried to go to the gym, but it ended up flopping. My voice just cracked. Now, and this is gonna sound super stalkery again, but this is something that you mentioned in your video, and correct me if I'm wrong, but from a generally recent video that I watched from your channel, you said that you were only living in LA for 6 or 7 months now. was probably like 2 or 3 months ago. So let's say you lived in LA for about a year, a little under a year. Changes to your body, changes to your well-being, changes to your mind, changes to your thought patterns, they don't happen overnight. And I know that this is, you know, common knowledge, that this is something that has been said before over and over again, but it really is so true. You may think you have an idea of when you will see those results, but it just does not happen as fast as you think it does. Veganism was something that taught me a lot, in the sense that it made me realize that I can't cut corners anymore. It taught me patience. It taught me discipline. It taught me to push myself. Even though I wasn't necessarily seeing the results that I wanted right away, I knew that I will end up reaching the results sometime down the road. I didn't know when, but I knew that, you know, they were gonna come, so I just kept working. I don't know what gym you go to, but I need a running buddy. I hope that you see this video and you get the sense that I really want to try and help you. I know you can only say so much in a video. So one last thing, in your video, you mentioned that you aren't the type of person that is gonna look in the mirror and feel bad about yourself. It's when you see other people or when people say things to you. And I just wanted to tell you that you can't, please, you can't compare yourself to other people. You will always see people that are prettier than you, skinnier than you, have a better body than you. Let those thoughts and let those things that you see drive you to push yourself harder. I'm super jealous that there's a lot of people that are in New York right now for New York Fashion Week, and I'm sitting here in LA still. And I could have an extreme case of FOMO, fear of missing out, but I'm letting that jealousy and, you know, envy fuel me to do better. Don't compare yourself, because your progress stops. Your progress takes a halt when you compare yourself to others, because it doesn't do any good. It doesn't make sense, because you're comparing apples to oranges. I'm going to castings and I'm seeing girls that are way skinnier than me. They have a way nicer body than me, but I'm trying to discipline myself to not see that and automatically start comparing myself, because that is a negative thought pattern. And when you train yourself to think in that way, it's really, really hard to break. You are super successful as a YouTuber. You inspire millions. You are such a hero and an inspiration to so many girls and boys out there. You have a huge list of subscribers, but those are not just numbers. They're people, they're human beings that love you. It's true, because look where I am. I'm responding to you and I want to help you. I actually have to end this video here because my camera battery is about to die. So I hope you found this useful. I hope everybody that's watching, I hope you found this useful in some way. You know, if this helps one person, my job is done. My job is totally done here. So I will see you guys next week right here back on my channel. Bye.